Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are working on another Project Life spread for week 4 of 2024. So for this spread, I did just grab out lots of cards from my stash. So I started with a few LA Studio cards that are definitely from just different kits from the past year, from 2023. They felt a little brighter, maybe more like summertime cards, but they ended up working out for my week. So I kind of went with that yellow, orange kind of color scheme with a little bit of pops of blue. So I think that the 3x4 cards towards the top, the one that says the best, the one that says fresh, good, and local eats, and the one that says tradition, those all look like LA Studio to me, along with that 4x6 at the bottom that says a moment in January documented. The other two, the title card and that quote at the bottom, the blue quote card, I'm not sure. They look to be Studio Calico-esque with the vibe, but I can't guarantee that. So definitely just a stash week where I just tried to grab out different things that kind of flowed together nicely. I also grabbed some tiny alpha stickers where I spelt out week, and I will use those in at least one other place on this spread. Those are from Citrus Twist, and then just a few other bits and pieces from my stash. So I really enjoyed the way that this one ended up turning out, and I think that the bright colors and all of that really were appropriate for this week, because this week, you guys, has been so much better than all of the rest of January. And it felt so good to like be getting out of that funk. It feels like the clouds are finally clearing and things are starting to get back to normal here. And that has just been wonderful. So as I kind of put things into place and get all of that kind of thing done, I'll quickly tell you about all of my photos. So I do just have a 3x4 at the top. That was a quick picture that I snapped in our mirror in our living room of me whenever I was holding Lasagna, our cat, and I just thought that that was cute. Then the smaller one that I printed off as I think about a 1.5 by 2 inch rectangle, that's of me and my mom. So this week she had a ton of doctor's appointments and all kinds of things going on. She did get an MRI and an EEG and went to see her regular doctor and all that kind of stuff. As y'all may know from my previous videos, she had a seizure at the beginning of the month, and we've been just dealing with all kinds of things, and it's a long, sad story, but things are really looking up. And on Thursday, for the first time all month, we were able to walk around Target together. And you guys, that was amazing for me. It just made me, I wanted to cry. I was so happy. And we were also able to do our regular Target shopping again on Sunday. And on Sunday, we got those Starbucks drinks there. So just, it feels like things are falling back into place. So I had to document those things for sure. I also have a picture of Big Brother 8. So I've been going through a lot of older Big Brother seasons this month with having COVID and being stuck at home with the snow. I've powered through seasons 6, 7, and 8. So those were kind of like from, I think, 2005, 2006, 2007 era. So that kind of time. It's been really fun to do the rewatch for sure. Then I also have a picture of the ice cream that me and Will got from a local place called Sugar Ghost, and that was their vegan flavor. It was like Thai tea with golden Oreos, I think was the flavor. It was super good. And then at the bottom, we also went to a new vegan restaurant in town called Shroomalicious, and it was top tier, 5 stars, so good. And we got 3 things that we shared there. So I took a picture of all 3 of them. And now with those photos, they are not like the best quality photos. It was a little bit like dimly lit inside. We were at, a brown table that was nothing really to look at, and I just quickly snapped photos. A couple of them I had forgotten and we'd already started eating, and so I just quickly snapped a picture. But I did want to document them because I'm all about documenting, especially vegan food, and we don't have a lot of options here where I live, so it was really exciting to go to a new local place. So what I did was I did edit those 3 pictures in the Color Story, I think is what it's called, app that I always use to edit my photos. But then I put it into an app called Diptyque. And that's just an app where you can put multiple photos together. I'm sure there's many of those, but that's the one that I use. So I did put all 3 of those photos together and kind of make them smaller. I was able to print them off at the size that I wanted there. So it's kind of like a little collage. So I like the way that that looked, and that card is going to be all about just going to that new restaurant. And then my last photo there is also of cute little Penny. Whenever I was in the kitchen, she was looking up at me. I thought it was adorable. I snapped a photo. So that is how my week went. It was an A+++ week. Super, super happy about that. And it was so nice to have like out of the house, more positive things to be documenting here, because I feel like for the past 3 weeks of January, it's been kind of a bummer with all of my documenting, but that's real life. And I like to document all of the things. Also, I do apologize if I'm not like if I'm missing. I was probably off looking for something, and this video, I didn't cut anything out of it. So it only took me like 14 minutes to do this video. So I didn't want to edit it at all. So I didn't like take away anything. So I do apologize if I was just kind of missing there for a few. So then you can see that I've added on little bits of journaling. I didn't do like a full journaling card like I do many weeks. On this one, I just added little bits of journaling either on labels or just on other cards here and there. So you can see I popped like one little sentence on that one. We love this tradition. One little sentence on the Fresh Good and Local Eats card. And then I'm adding in a couple labels as well. I also pulled out a couple stamp sets from Everyday Explorers and Ellie Studio and added on just a couple stamps that seem to work out nicely. And I just love the way that this one looks. I'm also excited that I was able to use some of those cards that had been in my stash, especially the Local Eats card, because that's like so specific. And since we did go to 2 local restaurants this week, I thought that that was just really perfect to be able to document that. I did cover up one of the stamps that I did on the bottom. I just didn't really like the way that it looked. So I covered that up and added a label. And I really like the way that that ended up looking a lot more. Those labels are from Ellie Studio as well. I'm going to add a tiny bit of washi just for a little cuteness. And there you have it. This spread is finished. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick and easy process video. If you did, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I will be back at you super soon with another one. Bye, y'all.